welcome back to Take Account Podcast. This is our sixth episode.
Our sixth and final for this season. Our
Correct.
Sixth and final episode.
And for the year.
Yep, and for the year. This is our end of year wrap up for you guys. We just want to touch on a couple things so you guys can get prepared for 2026 with your business, wrap up 2025 good, and, move on to greatness.
Absolutely.
In the next year.
Yes.
All right. I am LaToya Dixon. I am your resident branding business coach, marketing person.
And I'm Tiffany Wilson. I am your enroll agent and everyone's tax accountant. I do all the books for the businesses.
All right. But before we get started.
Yes.
Shout out to our HBCUs.
Absolutely.
Alabama State in the house.
Tuskegee University.
You. Ooh, come on.
Oh my God, I can't take it.
Hey,
I'm about to pass out.
Don't be a hater.
The T, the U, S-K-E, the G-double-E, Tuskegee.
Yeah, but we wanted to shout out to all the HBCUs, especially the ones that we belong to. Leave your HBCU or your college or your institution below in the comments, and so we can comment, and just support you guys along the way. So this episode, Tiffany and I are going to give you guys our 3 top things that we see in 2026 that we want you to be aware of. Then we're going to give you some tips to carry you into 2026, and that's gonna be about it. It's gonna be a short one, but we just wanted to touch base with y'all before we close out the year, and just make sure that you guys are ready for 2026. Big things popping.
Right.
Same administration.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we want you to be prepared. So Tiffany.
Okay.
Talk to the people about what you see that is going to be happening in the accounting, numbers world, business world, that you think people need to be aware of into 2026.
So, of course, we've had some changes again with tax law. I'm not going to go in depth on the actual tax law because this is not a tax law podcast. We do not want to bore you guys.
It's a wrap up.
This is just wrapping up the season and just trying to make sure you guys are headed in the right direction. Making sure that your businesses are striving and thriving, and making sure that they're headed in the right direction. We know a lot of people, some people still had to close their doors, and some people are still struggling, but we just want you guys to keep your head up and keep thriving and doing what you do and your craft.
Yeah.
So the main thing that I know that we know that's going on with the tax law is we are closing out the 2025 tax law, which was the TCJA tax law. This is the last year for that tax law. And then we're coming into the 2026 year with the one big, beautiful bill that was created. Now, it's a lot of twists and turns. I know the administration keeps saying that it's supposed to be one of the best laws out there. It's supposed to help us. I haven't really seen too much of that, but we'll see. We're just going to get into that year and see what it does. I know there are 5 things that we kind of wanted you guys to just be aware of. I know that they have a new form that's going to be coming out, and it's a 1099-A form for people that are selling digital assets like crypto, Bitcoin, stuff like that. Yeah. That's one major form.
They've been trying to regulate it anyway, so I guess this is the way that they're going to force themselves on y'all.
Exactly. And then also, we also noticed that the IRS has cut off direct filing. And then what it is, it's a system that they had in their particular system where you could go on as an individual and file your taxes yourself. Like if you had you made a certain amount of income, because not everybody could do that. Okay. So they have turned that system off. They have ended that system totally. And also they're just encouraging everyone to e-file their returns more so, because they're getting to the point where they're trying to gear toward cutting off paper returns. And I believe this may be the last year that we can do paper returns coming in to the new year.
So that's interesting. So, of course, our generation and the more recent generations are very tech savvy. Exactly. So what does that mean for our parents' generation? Those are still filing taxes, people who may not be so tech savvy. What does that mean for them?
Exactly. And that's been a huge issue. I know we had a meeting earlier in the year about that at my association meeting, and we was the IRS was there. They had a representative there, and we was talking about that. So they kind of was just like, they're still working the kinks out of that, trying to figure out if they're going to, I guess, implement that and say that it's actually going to be a set in stone, rule or whatever. But it's still kind of up in the air because they were talking about no more paper checks. Like, right, what? Direct deposit only. I kid you not. Yes.
Everybody know what y'all in their account.
Right, and that was
dodging it.
And that was a huge issue because we noticed that a lot of people, not even just the older people, it's some people that don't have bank accounts.
Well, you got some people who are just not comfortable.
With direct deposit,
with giving out their information like that. And I don't blame them.
Yeah,
I mean, the aspect of privacy is still a thing.
Right.
The aspect of we see all these data breaches, that could be a thing for people.
Right.
So you can't, it's like forcing something that people don't want.
Yeah. So we'll see. I know they're still like strapped, because when after the shutdown, a lot of people, when they came back to work, they're now once again, they're behind. They already was behind.
Are they ever on time?
So
are they ever caught up?
Right. So, because I know I have to do a lot of casework, and I feel like it still is not, up to date.
They ain't ready.
They not ready. And it's a lot of stuff that we're going to see, like with different changes and stuff. And like I said, I know I'm going to try to meet with my clients, hopefully earlier in the year to kind of go over just everybody's situation, because everyone's situation is going to be different.
Yeah.
The tax law is not going to help everybody. Yeah. Like, it may hurt some people.
Yeah.
It may not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the larger income people, it may help. And the lower income people, it may help as well. But once again, middle class is always getting hit with something.
Woo.
And I know a lot of, we have increases, of course, on all the standard deductions and things like that. But like I tell people, my biggest thing that I'm concerned about, I just want to, as business owner, I really want you guys to make sure that you're prepared, like with your finances. Just make sure everything's organized. I want you to make sure that you are putting your stuff in some type of a bookkeeping or accounting program, and making sure that your books are solid, and things like that, because that's one of the things that I keep coming across.
Yeah.
Where you're just not prepared.
Together.
It's not
together and not ready for you to do your part.
Exactly.
So, and I know that I'm going to kind of get a little bit off topic, but I do want to have you touch on just a couple of things that people can do if they don't have an accountant that's doing books and they are a small business and they're needing to get their things together. Like, of course, ideally, all year they should be been getting themselves together. But for those who have not, what type of software, what type of program can you recommend for those who still are trying to organize? Yeah.
I actually recommend either QuickBooks or Xero. I'm actually a partner of Xero, and I definitely recommend them. And Xero is, to me, is easy, but I'm saying that because I know the program. But I know, like, if it's anyone that has questions about like software and you need help with it, I'm gonna just lend a hand and say, hey, if you need to reach out to me to figure out how to set it up, once it's set up, you're good. You should be good to go. Okay. The main thing is just getting it set up correctly, because if the program is not set up properly, then of course it's like you putting
work is not going to be done.
Correct. It's like you're putting junk into it, and then you're not going to get a good feedback from it and get what you need. Okay. Because the main things that you need are financial statements when you're doing your tax return. Your accountant needs that. And a lot of people, I've been getting calls lately like, hey, can you just give me a financial statement? I'm like, how am I going to do that with no info?
What are numbers at?
Like,
what are revenue at?
I need the information.
What is expenses at?
Right. So, and that's been a huge issue that I've noticed, that people are not, I don't understand why we're not understanding that kind of simple things as a business owner. Yeah. Like knowing what a profit and loss statement is, a balance sheet, and a cash flow statement.
Well, I think it's because when you think about business ownership, like there's no course for business ownership. There is no, like, I don't care what college you can go to, the best Ivy League upper echelon private university, there is not a course that is like entrepreneurship 101. This is really how you do it. This is understanding your statements. This is like, we take accounting. Like I took accounting. I took finance classes. But how many of us retain that?
That's true.
You know,
and a lot of the technical colleges are getting closer to it though, because they're doing externships where they're helping students to really understand entrepreneurship. And I like that. And I can respect them for that because they're now getting you into that field and letting you know, hey, if you want to be an entrepreneur, this is what you need to do. And you need to understand, like they have like career development. They have all type of courses and stuff. And that's what they're doing now.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, we all know that entrepreneurs supply majority of the jobs in this country.
Correct.
So to stay healthy and to stay sustainable, and that's something that I'm going to talk about when it's my turn, is good. So to be equipped, but for those of you guys who have a business, not quite sure, like Tiffany's giving you some resources, we will drop some of those resources in our description. And also if you need to, you can leave a comment below.
Correct.
And Tiffany can tap into you, or we can tap into you and just make sure that you're guided in the right direction. Like this is what this whole entire podcast has been about for the last 5 episodes. It's just making sure that we've been able to give people good tools, good references, good resources, so that you can stay entrepreneur. Like
absolutely,
it's some of us, it's a passion. Some of us, we are being handed businesses, and don't know what to do. So
that's true.
The purpose of this is to make sure that you know what to do.
Absolutely.
You got any more tips for everybody?
The main thing is just making sure that your records are prepared before next year gets here. If you don't have the time for this year, spend January. That's all I got to do. You need 1 month to get this stuff organized. Start pulling down bank statements that have already posted in with your bank, things like that. Organize your revenue. You need to know how much you made. How much you gross. Not your net, but make sure you know the gross.
And don't be guesstimating.
That's been a huge thing. People keep guesstimating all kind of stuff.
But then they get mad when they get the return.
Right.
And they say that you owe all this money.
And it's like, when you do that, then it makes it hard for us to get the return completed and, stuff like that. So then you got to go back. You're like, you going through all your material. You going back in your backlog of your brain. Like, hold on, let me figure out how to get you out of this situation.
It's no way that you can remember how much money you made January of this year.
Absolutely.
If you are not keeping record of what you're making.
Exactly.
Like those, the aspect of like cash and all of that. Like I still have some clients that try to like, hey, can I pay you in cash? No, because I want you to have a solid record.
Yeah, of what you got to have good record keeping.
You need to have that good record keeping so that you know what I paid out, what I took in.
Absolutely.
So you said good record keeping. What's number 2?
Good record keeping. Also, I guess just stop trying to do like your taxes on your own. Like please hire someone to do your taxes. I mean, it's getting down to that point where you're going to have to, if you're a business owner, I don't suggest you trying to do it on your own. Yeah. You definitely need to hire an accountant to do your taxes to make sure. And also, the third thing I could say is ask your accountant questions and make sure that you're solidifying. Make sure you understand what's going on. Like, make sure you understand and you can read your financial statements and you can read your returns and stuff. Because once that stuff is submitted, the IRS puts the blame on you. If it's something incorrect, they don't put the blame on the tax preparer. They put it on the taxpayer.
And you're the one that's providing them the information. So your tax preparer can only do as much as you provide.
And then they'll tell you, like, if you signed it and you allowed them to submit it, that's your responsibility. So I just need you guys to, communication is the key. We have to keep communicating better because that's what's messing up a lot of stuff with business owners and just individuals, all of that. So because our communication is off and we got to keep it together.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So those are your 3. Y'all take some notes, run it back, get it. You know, it's really just being a client myself of Tiffany's. The aspect of being thorough, when it comes down to getting your accounting work done and getting your numbers and making sure you have everything buttoned up and together, it saves so much time.
Absolutely.
It saves so much time. It can help with avoiding penalties for being late and having to have an extension, submitting the wrong information and having to go back and amend it.
Yeah.
Like, we see this stuff all the time. So, you know, just making sure, like Tiffany said, having those things together. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about when it comes down to just business ownership, like what I'm seeing coming for 2026, like sustainability. I mean, this year has been rocky.
It has. It
has been a rocky year. I want to say the last 5 years kind of been up and down because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Of course, we've had administration change with the president. A lot of chaos and a lot of uncertainty and confusion and, you know, things that are not clear. And as far as clarity coming down from the administration, where, you know, the economy is supposed to be doing well and then it's not. And there's so many things. So having sustainability, like, that's a big thing, is being able to sustain your business. Like, what do you do when there's a government shutdown? What do you do when the stock market plummets? What do you do if you have investments for your business and you're not able to recuperate that initial investment? So I would say when it comes down to sustainability is coming into 2026 with a game plan. Yes. Like forecasting, mapping out your goals. These are things that you should be doing anyway. And this is a December episode. So these are things that you should have been doing, I would say, the top of this quarter. Just really trying to get what you want to do and where you want to see your business in this new year. Making sure that those goals are attainable and realistic.
Absolutely.
Even when it comes down to setting revenue goals for your business, or how many new clients you want to bring in, or how much product that you need to sell to meet your revenue goals. Be realistic. It's better to be conservative and then beat those goals than to be very high reaching and not beat those goals or not meet those goals and feeling disappointed in your business. So sustainability is definitely something that you need to focus on.
Yeah,
like,
huge.
I'm sure that you talk about that with your clients all the time.
Oh my God.
And just trying to get them to forecast and trying to get them to talk and open up and say, hey, this is where I want to be. This is what my goals are.
And once again, communication.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to communicate with each other.
And that's why you have a team. Like, it is very hard to go through business truly as a solo entrepreneur, meaning that you have no team.
Exactly.
You have no resources or people that you can talk to, even if there are other business buddies that you're talking to that are talking about, hey, this is what's going on. Being in touch with your industry, like knowing what's going on in your industry. If you are a products person and you're selling and you got inventory, and no matter where your inventory is coming from, whether it's coming out of this country or it's being sourced from other countries, it's still going to play a factor in how much revenue you make. Like, you need to know what your profit margins are.
You do.
You need to know every aspect. Like, it's not just buying product. It's buying product. It's packaging product. It's shipping product. It's damaged product that you have to account for. So making sure that you are really forecasting and understanding the aspect of sustainability. I think we'll probably get into more about sustainability in the new season and bring in some special guests to tap into that along with us. That's my first thing, like sustainability. The other one is having that multiple revenue stream.
Definitely that.
Having multiple revenue streams. Like, it can, if you are a brick and mortar, it can't just be all brick and mortar.
Right.
Like, what else can you do? Can you do some things that are online? Can you do some things that are through your social media?
You gotta pivot. You gotta pivot.
Get creative and understand that revenue growth is a big thing in 2026, especially if you have aspirations for bringing on a staff. Because all of us don't like to work in our business. I met someone today. He said he works a regular job and he has 2 businesses as well. And the question was, well, if you have these two businesses and they're doing good. Why are you working a 9 to 5?
Absolutely.
And he said, well, I don't want to drive the trucks that I got on the streets. I don't want to do the manual labor, but I also want to stay busy.
And that's what we're doing this year too. Because we decided to bring in some extra help as well for tax preparation and for accounting. Yeah. Because it's too much for us to handle on your own. Yeah, because we've been doing it all these years on our own, but we were like, no, let's get some help. Yeah. Like we don't want to get burnt out, in other words.
But it also helps you be more proficient and efficient. You know what I'm saying? And there you can focus on, because you have, in your business, you have individual tax clients plus business clients.
Yeah, and business clients. And the business clients probably, I put more of my time with them.
Yeah, you prioritize them because this a year-long commitment that you have with your business clients. Right. And the individuals, the aspect of bringing in other tax preparers that have good experience, that understand the tax laws, that understand how to complete the tax forms properly and get your tax return submitted properly without, hopefully no mistakes or anything like that.
Right, because we have checkpoint systems and stuff. So that way we make sure that everything runs smoothly and stuff like that.
But that's also, even in Tiffany's business, her planning to bring in extra staff means that she's preparing for more growth in revenue. Yeah. And so to be able to prepare for more growth in revenue, you have to have a plan. You have to have a plan on how you're going to get that revenue in, whether it's digitally, physically, if you're selling ebooks, if you're doing e-classes. There's so many ways that you can bring in additional revenue into your business, especially if you are an expert in your field. And all of us should be experts in our field. Yeah. Whether you're starting out, you have a passion, and you have things that you want to share with other people that may be in your industry or other business owners. Yeah. So I think that that's another tip that I would say is like prepare for revenue growth. Exactly. Prepare for additional revenue streams. Sit down and forecast on where the money's coming from, whether it's subscriptions, memberships, whatever it is. There is money to be made. It is. And in 2026, with just the way that we see things going in our economy and our country, we need to be prepared.
We do.
We need to be prepared.
Yeah, we need to be prepared because we just don't want to go, we don't want it to go bad, if anything. Yeah. So we got to prepare ourselves. Yeah. So we can do better.
I say my last tip that I would give, so I talked about sustainability, I talked about revenue growth. The last one is branding and marketing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's huge.
Like branding and marketing is not always about spending dollars.
No, it's not.
It is about being creative with what you have and the resources that you have. And some of us have big budgets that we can do marketing and buy ads, social media, Google ads, whatever, streaming ads or whatever. But we also have those who do not necessarily have a marketing budget. Yeah. But in that, you have email marketing, you have social media marketing. These are things that you can use for free or very cost effective.
Yeah, they're not as expensive as like doing a big old ad or something on the television.
I mean, we all can't afford a big old campaign.
Exactly. Or a billboard.
Or bus wrap or any outdoor or radio or television ads. Like, that's not always feasible for every business.
And then just do the old school website.
I mean, websites, even though people are like, oh, nobody's using websites, people still use websites. People still want to see your Google reviews or Yelp reviews or whatever reviews so that they can see that you are legit and a good business person. Yeah. Being responsive in your marketing is always good. So also just not utilizing the same marketing across the board. Absolutely. Like, it's very hard. We all do it. We do it with our podcast, sharing the same information across the board. But try to be creative. There are lots of great marketing resources, a lot of great marketers, like a lot of experts, people that I follow.
LaToya.
Yeah, I try my best.
But you guys need to call her. She's available.
I'm available for coaching, and I'm also available for branding and marketing. But just making sure that you're hitting the mark, knowing who your target market is super, super important. It changes over time as your business grows, your market changes.
No, that's true. It does.
So you have to look at who's your primary market and who's your secondary market. You may be very, very surprised when you look at your analytics on social media.
All right.
And see that you may be skewing more of one target market on one social media platform and a completely different target market on another social media platform. So make sure that you're just being intentional about your marketing. Even if you don't have the dollars, be intentional. Like, people are looking for authenticity. And the best person to share about their business is you.
Absolutely.
So my 3 tips are sustainability, revenue growth, preparing for additional streams of income, and then focusing on finding additional streams of income, and then also just branding and marketing. Like, that is going to be a big thing for 2026. People want authenticity. People looking for storytelling. People want to hear a story, a backstory.
And you're your biggest brand.
That's right. That's right. They want to see how you are impacting your community.
Absolutely.
So those are my 3 tips. What else you got for the people?
What else I got?
What are some things that you have told your clients this year that some have taken and some have not adapted to yet?
One of the things I know that a lot of people they haven't done this in years. I used to tell them to do like estimated taxes when they know they're about to owe taxes. If you have a big liability about ahead of you, you kind of know when you're gonna owe some taxes. People will try to act like they don't know. But we have right. So you have your last chance to do an estimated tax payment as of January 15th of this upcoming year. To kind of help maybe shield some of your tax liability. I mean, that's something that I know that I try to, help tell people to prepare for as well, especially if you're a business owner. Because that does help with, with your tax bill. Like, everybody feels like they're not going to never get a tax bill, but if you make money, you're going to get taxes.
If you're making money and you're not paying any taxes throughout the year, you're going to pay taxes.
And you have to, like me and my business partner talk about this all the time. Getting refunds is like the poor man's mentality.
Yes.
So you have to change your paradigm and think differently about taxes. Like, it's not bad to pay them. That means if you made money, that means that your business is thriving.
Yeah. If you're collecting taxes, you should be paying taxes.
Exactly.
But if you're not collecting taxes and you're bringing in money and that money is not being taxed, it's not like W-2 money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that stuff is already taxed. When you get your W-2 at the end of the year or at the top of the new year, that stuff is already taxed.
It's already taxed.
So business money is not the same.
It's not the same. And I have to correct people a lot when they be like, well, I'm just going to start a business to not pay taxes.
Who said that?
A lot of people do that. They'll create an LLC just to put on their tax return they think they're not paying taxes that way. But like I tell people, if you create an LLC, that means you've made some money in your business. So you report it. And don't
just create LLCs and you have not made any money.
Exactly.
Like, every business does not necessarily need to start off as an LLC. You need to see if there's a viable market
all of that stuff
for you to make money. And then once you made some money, then okay, I think I need to go legit this thing.
And make it legit. But I keep saying that, but I don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's like,
we gonna work on y'all some more.
Yeah, I mean, but I get that a lot of times. Like, that's the main thing that people will say. Well, I created an LLC. I'm like, for what? Like, what are you creating it for? Like, did you really have a business? And I figured it'll help with my tax liability. I'd be like, oh my goodness, who informed you? Because I didn't.
Right.
You are not my client if you think you getting that information from me, because I clearly didn't tell you that.
I'm gonna say something that you and I talk about a lot.
What's that?
The internet Bible.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Guru,
oh my God.
Encyclopedias.
Yes.
Whatever y'all want to call it.
Oh my
goodness. There are some things. There is some good information. It's some out there.
Yeah. Let me not hate on it like that, because it is some good information. But yeah. Stop texting me in the middle of the night something that you found on social media, and then you want me to comment on it. Like, Like, no, I'm not going to do that. In 2026, do not text me about something you found on social media you want me to comment on it and you want my undivided attention. Okay? I'm going to communicate that to you right now on this podcast because I am turning over a new leaf. I am not going to educate you on what you learn on social media. Like, you learning from us because we're using realness here. And this is stuff that we learned.
I'm gonna say.
Just look at us. That's it. Don't look at nobody else. Research.
Make sure y'all researching. Like, it's nothing more satisfying than getting solid research and having a true understanding of what you see on social media. Some things are for likes and clicks and all of those things. And some people are really sharing some information. Just make sure that you are doing your due diligence before you tap into your resources like your accountant or myself, your business coach or your mentor, and just say, hey, I saw this. I did some research. This is what it's telling me. What are your thoughts about me pursuing this? Or can this be beneficial to my business? I think that's been a big thing. And the more we have social media, the more this is going to continue to be a thing. But don't just jump so far and so deep into the rabbit hole in social media where it doesn't make sense. Some of these things just don't make sense. So I think that was my other thing.
That's a big one. Because these TikTok bunnies getting on my nerves. They get over that.
The what?
TikTok bunnies.
What is a TikTok bunny?
I just made that up.
Oh.
Yeah, these TikTok bunnies, they just hopping everywhere with information.
Okay, I get it.
They
just hopping around. Just
hopping around, getting information to everybody in the world. And y'all believe anything.
Yeah.
Anything y'all see, y'all hear. And I be like, y'all didn't research none of that?
Yeah.
Like, what happens to using, like, going to the library? Like, open up a textbook.
Okay. We some bookworms. We go to libraries, Tiffany.
Well, what happened to that?
Everybody don't do that.
Okay, we're turning over a new leaf. We're going back to the library in 2026. That's what we're doing.
Just make sure that the information that...
Send all your kids to the library. They need to learn history.
Hey, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah, a whole nother episode.
That ain't even got nothing to do with the podcast, but we still might do something like that. Right. Just making sure that you understand and know, like, just being informed in a very strategic way. I think another thing that I would share is strategize.
Yes.
Strategize, come up with some strategies, sit down with your buddies, meet some friends, get in some network and some organizations where like minds are there for you to prosper and to
That's
grow.
a good idea. Yeah. Network more. Yeah, just network more.
I hate it, but I'm going to tell you to do it, and I got to do it because, trying to do research for your PhD. Network.
And I'm the queen of networking. Yeah. I love the network. Yeah. I will always be somewhere networking, but
Yeah, network queen.
Yeah. That's how I meet people. People are always calling me, be like, do you know such and such? Or do you have a referral for this? I'm like, I sure do.
Yeah.
I sure do.
So those are, that's pretty much it. I know this is a short episode, y'all. Yeah. But we want to make sure that leaving out of 2025 and coming into 2026 that you are seriously prepared for success.
Yes.
We're going to be dropping a whole bunch of more episodes in 2026.
Right.
Got a line of special guests coming up, talking about all types of different areas from wellness to life insurance to all the things that you guys have tapped into us about. We're going to make sure that we get some experts on because those are not our fields of expertise.
Exactly.
So we're going to get some special guests on this year. Shout out to our special guests this past year. Shout out to Devon. Make sure you guys go back, watch all of the episodes.
Yes, we have 6.
Yes, we have 6. This is our wrap up of our season.
Yeah.
Season 1 is down.
Right, it's down. We hope you guys enjoy all 6 episodes.
Yes, so go back, watch, share, comment. just let us know that we are really, giving you guys some things to think about and that you can use some tools for your business.
And let us know what you want to hear.
Yeah.
Give us some ideas. Yeah. So we're open to it. We're open to suggestions because the new year we're going to sit down. We're going to get in the lab and we about to get started soon.
Cook it up. I don't know why we did that. But make sure you follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and we are on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Make sure that, again, you share, like, and share your thoughts about our episode.
And
subscribe. Yeah, that's the main thing, ain't it?
Subscribe.
Yes.
That keeps us on here.
Yes, that keeps us on here. That keeps us wanting to continue to give you guys great information. We're going to do that anyway.
Right.
But, tell your people to subscribe.
Exactly.
We like that. All right. Again, I'm Toya.
And I'm Tiffany.
Peace.
Peace.